guys, welcome back to the channel Mathematics World. In the last video we start a new unit, that is divisibility in Z. From that unit we take two topics. First is definition and properties, and the second is division algorithm in Z. These two topics we have covered in previous video. Also we take examples which is based on division algorithm. In today's video we will take greatest common divisor, and in the next video we will take some example based on GCD. Okay, so let's start the video. So first of all, what is GCD? Suppose we have given two numbers 12 and 24, and you have to find the GCD of these two numbers. So how you will find? You will take the divisors of 12 and 24, and the number which you get the biggest, that is your GCD of 12 and 24. Okay, means let me write here 12 and 24. What is divisors of 12? 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. And what is the divisors of 24? Is 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12 and 24. If you see here, our biggest number is 12. Okay, so the GCD of 12 and 24 is our 12. Okay, how you will write this? You will write this as GCD of 12 and 24 is equal to 12. Okay, this is how you write. So now let's see the proper definition of GCD. Okay, an integer D is said to be greatest common divisor, that is the full form of GCD, of two non-zero integers a and b if and only if d divides a and d divides b. If second condition is if k divides a and k divides b, then k divides d. Okay, this is the definition of GCD. How you denote? Just now we see here a, b. Okay, here we also have one more definition, and this definition we also saw in previous video, that is definition and properties and division algorithm. Okay, so definition is two integers a and b are said to be relatively prime or co-prime if and only if a b is equal to 1, means no common factor other than 1. These two numbers have the GCD is equal to 1, means if you took any number and you get their GCD is 1, then that numbers are relatively prime, or we say co-prime. Okay, here we have some example. Suppose a is 3 and b is 5, so the GCD of 3 and 5 is equal to 1. Also we have here 15 and 44. If you take GCD of these two numbers, we get 1 as a GCD. Now we will see theorem, existence of GCD. Okay, statement of the theorem is any two non-zero integers a and b in Z have a GCD and can be expressed as MA plus NB, where Mn belongs to Z. Okay, how we will prove this theorem? Here we consider one set which is S, and the elements are of the form XA plus YB, where these two numbers x and y belongs to set integer and this sum is greater than 0. We prove this theorem in two steps. First, S this S set is non-empty, means we have at least one element in S set, and in a step 2 we show D is our GCD of A and B. So let's see step 1. In a step 1, what I said, we first prove S is a non-empty. So here we write to show that S is a non-empty set, and now we consider elements, these elements A and B. We take the square of these two numbers and we add them. So how we'll write this? A into A plus B into B. Okay, and if I put A equal to X and B equal to Y, then what I will write? XA plus YB. Okay, here I put these values, X equal to A and Y equal to B. Therefore what we get, the square of this number is greater than 0. Okay, because A and B are non-zero elements. The sum of these two elements is belong to the set our S, and S is non-empty. Because this sum is belong to S, that means some element belong to set S, therefore S is our non-empty set. Now by using well ordering principle, that is, given non-empty set S, there exists positive integer L such that L belong to S and L is less than or equal to X, where X belongs to set S. Therefore from the set S we have least element, say D. We take D element as a least element of the set with first step. Now in the second step we prove D is our GCD of A and B. Okay, so here I write D is a least element of S, because in a first step by well ordering principle we take D as a least element. Therefore by definition what we write, D is equal to MA plus MB. Okay, this is the definition of division algorithm. Okay, so here we have to show D is GCD of A and B. Okay, so what is GCD? Just now we see the definition. First case, in the first case what we saw, we show D divides A and D divides B. Okay, and in a step 2 K divides A and K divides B, then K divides D, because D is our GCD. So if I took two numbers, then this element is also divides K. Okay, in a first case this can be showed by division algorithm. Okay, if you remember the definition, in that we write A is equal to BQ plus R. Okay, this is our definition of division algorithm. So similarly here we take Q instead of B. So we write as it is, A equal to QD plus R. R is our remainder, where R is between 0 and D. Okay, here we take two cases. In a first case we write R is equal to 0, and in step 2 we write R is not equal to 0. Then what we'll get, that we'll write. Okay, so in first case what I said, R is equal to 0. If R is equal to 0, then we get A equal to QD. Okay, because our R is 0, so we write A equal to QD. We write here A equal to QD. If you remember the definition of divisors, where we write, and properties, where we write, if this is the form which we have, then this element divides this element. So D divides A. Okay, this is what we get from our first case, that is R equal to 0. So now in a step 2 we take r is not equal to 0. Then what happened? Suppose r is greater than 0. It is not equal to 0 means either it is greater than 0 or it is less than 0. But here we take r is greater than 0. So here we get this equation as it is. So we write here a equal to qd plus r, which implies r is equal to a minus qd. What I do here is I shift this qd to that side, so we'll get r is equal to a minus qd. Our d here, d is nothing but ma plus nb. Okay, so we substitute this value here, then we get a minus this q as it is, and instead of d we write ma plus nb. Okay, from these number we take a common, so we get 1 minus a outside, so we get mq. So we write here mq. We take b outside and here we have minus sign, so in a bracket we write minus nq. Okay, so we have r is in the form of ax plus by, and this is our element from S set. Therefore we write r belongs to S. But here we get a contradiction. What we assume, d is our least element of the set R, and we get R is less than d. Okay, therefore this is a contradiction. Therefore our R must be equal to 0. This is the condition we write. So a equal to qd and d divides a. Okay, similarly by using this method we show d divides b. I leave it for you as an exercise. Now in a step 2, the definition of our GCD have k divides a and k divides b implies k divides d. This is our second step. K divides ma plus nb we write, because this is a property which says if a divides b, a divides c, then a divides mb plus nc. Okay, this is the property which we are using here. Therefore instead of a we have k, and instead of b and c we have a and b. Okay, therefore we write k divides ma plus nb. Okay, and ma plus nb is nothing but our d. Okay, therefore we get k divides d. Okay, therefore by definition d is GCD of a and b. Let me again revise quickly. What we do here is, first we take as set and we show as is a non-empty set. Okay, and in a step 2 we will take some element, that is d, which is a least element of set S, and then okay, what we show d is our GCD of a and b. By the definition we show this condition, that is d divides a and d divides b, and in a step 2 k divides a and k divides b, then k divides d. How we show this? We show this by using division algorithm. This step 2, how we showed, we take a property, that is if a divides b, a divides c, then a divides ma plus nc. Okay, this is the property which we are using here, and to show that D is our GCD of A and B. Okay, I hope you understand it. This is very easy proof. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoy it, and if you enjoy it, do like it, share with your friends, and also subscribe to my channel for more videos. In the next video we will take some example based on GCD. So stay tuned. Bye.